Good afternoon. Welcome back to the shed. It is I, Drew of the Shed again, coming back to you for one of my Sunday messages. And what am I smoking today? I got my Savinelli 625 Capri, and then I'm smoking some Stokkebye English Oriental Supreme. So this week, topic but because of the events this week, I was kind of struggling. What do I do for a topic? What do I talk about? And I thought about it, and yesterday afternoon I had something come to mind. And that is the topic of courage and fear. And I thought about it more and more, and I was really kind of finalizing it today while I was in the shower before Mass. And I was thinking, I've met a lot of people from different cultures. And each and every single one of them, their culture had very beautiful parts to it. And they were quite capable of great things. Now, that is all cultures except for one, but we'll get to that in a minute. And all of these cultures, they might do things differently. Not every culture does the same thing the same way, and that is part of culture. Even here on the YTPC, we have our own culture. And I got to thinking about it more and more, and when we come down to it, we're all just people. No matter what culture we come from, we're all just people. And we all want to do better, and we all want to progress. Except for that one culture. The one devoid culture, and that is fear. The culture of fear tells you that you should not like somebody because they're different. You should hate that individual because they're different. Now, why on earth would we ever want to succumb to fear? And that's because it's easy. It's the easy way of things to fear somebody, to hate them for what they are. It takes courage, great courage, to do the very opposite of that. To do what it takes to become better, to progress as a people. Now, what is this courage? It's the courage to love one another, to listen rather than just act, to understand. Because if we don't understand each other and we don't listen to each other and we don't love each other, we're going to plant the seeds of fear because people are different. Without these differences, we would not be where we are. There are many minds and many differences that see the world differently and different perspectives that give us a great advantage point. And to merely say because someone is different that I should not like them is easy. It takes strength and character and above all courage to say, you are different, but I need that difference in my life because without it, I am not as great as I could be. And so I challenge everybody not to look at people's differences as something wrong, but as something to embrace. Let's understand each other's differences. Let's get past this petty notion that we should not like people because they are different and fear them because of that. We should love each other because of that. And it is going to be very hard to do that at times. To say, yeah, you're different, but I can really like that. No, you're going to want to run from it at times. And you're going to want to say, I really don't like that because I don't want to move from where I am. But it is essential that we do that. Because without that, without loving each other, we are nothing. We will become what we were thousands and thousands of years ago. And we are much better than that. We have the power to love each other. Do something nice for somebody you don't like. Yeah, do it, because what else have you got to lose? And for all you know, it might change the tide with you and that person. And yeah, it's hard. It really is. Because in my job, I deal with people I don't like. But when I do, 9 times out of 10, something good comes from it. Even the customers I don't like, I learn something from them. And I like to think that they learn something from me. So, let's do the hard thing. Let's be courageous. Courageous to love. Courageous to help others. Courageous to listen. And that is how we are going to get better. Because we don't need what we've been doing anymore. And with that, I'd like to leave you with a quote from Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. this week. We must build dikes of courage to hold back the flood of fear. And with that, my friends, I'm going to leave you. Be kind and good to each other.